Hello? Hello? Anyone in the void? The void. Hello, Poi, welcome. Poi is in the void. That's crazy. Is it that crazy? Who knows? How's it going? I'm in a bit of limbo today, I think. Weird limbo. How unusual? Yeah, Poi being in the void? That's crazy. Bing bong. God, it's gonna be so weird. That dash is on left trigger. Because I've been speedrunning my own game. Which does not have dash on left trigger. Honestly, I kind of wish I changed that myself. Like, if I changed it. I'll just change the controls. No modular control scheme yet. Not much going on, just chugging along with projects. True. Honestly, a little bit of the same, but I'm starting a new art project thing, so that's exciting. It means everything else is going to be stopped for a little bit, but I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully I'll be able to share some of it eventually. Just started, like, a few days ago, so might be a little while. Which you pick on Blazblue? What is my, as in, like, what do I pick? What do I want to pick? What am I picking today? I don't know. Right. So I was going to change this. I don't even know what I want to change, to be honest. But I think I wanted to do something that was, like, not entropy 80, whatever the heck. I wanted to do, like, a hard mode, but not one where it was, like, annoying. So I think what I was gonna do was this. Where, like, I don't want to deal with not being able to pick tactics or potentials. Or shops. I'm not going to take the shop one, though, the shop upgrade, because I think it's broken. So I won't be doing that. I think I'm not going to do hiding the next space either, because that's just kind of annoying. And then I think... yeah, I was going to do this. No, was it this one? I don't know if I want to include talents or not. But I wanted to disable tactics, because I feel like it's kind of unfair. Feels like it just, like, you get 2 legacy tactics and your run is done. So I wanted to, like, I just wanted to, like, not do that. I guess this one's actually fine, but I'm also, even if this was at 0, I would change it, I think, or, like, still not use the shop upgrade. The shop upgrade is basically unusable when you have this going, but, like, when you have 2 less options, like, it's pretty bad. But even if I added it to 0, I feel like I wouldn't use it. I want to make the enemies a bit chunkier, just so that I had something to beat up, because the bosses sometimes just die when you are not... when you just kill the bosses, they die, and it's like, oh, yeah. I don't know how I feel about hiding space info, because the thing about this one is that, like, it's kind of annoying when you don't see a potential space or you don't get a black market space. Maybe we'll turn it on and then see how we feel about it. But yeah, we're not going to limit tactic selection or potential selection just so we can actually play the characters. More enemy HP so that bosses don't die immediately. And then I think I'm not going to deal with enemies dealing more damage because I'm prone to making mistakes, so. Potential lock isn't too bad anymore. After they changed it, so re-rolling prioritizes previously unseen potentials. Oh, really? Oh, that's going to make it a lot easier to play the game, I think. Not going to stick around for long. Already popped a melatonin, so I'm a Suikatsu. Okay. Noted. Thank you for telling me that, boy. Sub Vena. How's it going? We're playing this game. This is a fun game. Like this game. Yeah, well, apparently there were other changes. We might do or try to do like a level entropy 90 run or whatever. Based on those potential changes, we might be able to do an S run where we do well, because the main benchmark, or I guess bottleneck, the main bottleneck I feel like on the S runs is not getting the stupid crest thing. It still shows them on occasion, but less so. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. Okay, what do I want to do with this? So I think we're currently on, we have an escape death and we have HP mixtures, which I think is fair. And then we have, this one is for trash mobs, because we'll have high combos when we're fighting trash mobs. I think combo like resets when you fight bosses or something, I don't know. Then we have like more damage to bosses, and then attack and skill damage is just whatever. So, I think that this is a decent difficulty for me to do with, you know, a whatever character. I feel like if I'm struggling, I'm going to turn off the HP, because, like, this is supposed to be so that bosses aren't too much of a pushover. The more enemy HP, but honestly, when we were doing runs before, it kind of, like, it really felt like this was pretty impossible. I don't know why. Just, like, not being able to get optimized damage things, I think just makes 30% more HP, like, genuinely kind of tough. So, and then we won't deal with tactics or potentials, because I don't know much about the characters. Like, I don't know how to play basically any of the characters, except for Kokinoe and S, so... and I wanted to play other characters today that weren't ones that I have already played, so... I will take suggestions for the first run, if anybody wants to insist. Tried it, seems cool, but too hack and slashy for my tastes. I see. It's fair. Combo often resets when you face a boss because of the run up before the fight. Oh, I see. Jin is my vote. Play Jin. I feel like I'm bad at playing this character. Like, I just feel like whenever I play this character, I, for some reason, do no damage, and then I get really confused, because I don't actually know why I'm doing no damage, but I do no damage. Any other suggestions? This freezing stuff is really cold to me. Yeah, certainly. You know, unintentional pun, but also, yeah, I think the CC stuff is pretty strong on him, for sure. Could also just jam a Kokinoe run for fun. Also, sorry, I know you said something. I've been doing some E90 runs, but always die to Susanoo because I don't know his hard mode patterns. That's funny. Komo attack is still good against bosses, though, because you'll still rack up a few hundred hits most of the time. That's fair. Oh, I guess Boy mentioned he'd be leaving soon, so maybe I'll just play Jin. It's fine. Okay. And then I think... Right, basically we only have the skills, which I think is funny. I'm just gonna take skills which do stuff. So we'll do Kokinoe and S. And ass. Alright. Time to lose. Beep. Guys, I don't know what the next one's gonna be. Is it gonna be a potential? Oh, I don't know. Hey, Fizzoodle, how's it going? What is up? We are playing this game with only some hard mode things enabled. But I think this is a decent... Some min-maxing of these difficulties seems kind of, like, fair to me, I guess. It seems like... Well, it's not fair. It's like... I don't like the idea of destroying runs with having legacy tactics. Definitely when we're grinding for 90, we're absolutely going to abuse that, but I think, for this, we're just gonna try our best. I've not really had issues with extra HP when doing E90s, mainly with S and some with Kokonoe. I usually exit each area with 30 to 45 more seconds than the last. It's there. I think my main issue is the boss fights. It's like having or dealing enough damage to certain bosses is just like... I feel like the 30% HP goes from, like, really not being a problem to, oh god, why is the boss still alive? You know what I mean? I've not really had any... Oh, sorry, not that one. The one above that. Wanted to relax some and watch some YouTube and saw you were streaming. Awesome. Well, hopefully you can relax a bit as we are, you know... I feel like these streams aren't particularly high energy, and I'm not high energy right now. So we're just Bing chilling. I don't know. It's really funny because basically, one of my projects right now is effectively to do a self-reflection on your creative process, and I'm like, man, if only I wasn't literally having an existential crisis right now on my creative process, that'd be super cool. That'd be super awesome. So, because my brain is currently grappling with that, I am in space. I have space brain. Space cadet brain. Oh, sorry. I didn't read this. Didn't really understand... Oop. The draw sword thing. I noticed absolutely no effect despite trying seemingly everything. Oh, well, if we get it, I can show you. There's a couple of effects for it. The thing that I dislike about it is that it almost feels like you need a secondary ability to get it to work. Like, you need something else, like another freeze or slow or something in order to get it to work. Yeah, this one activates 4 hidden effects. Hilarious. So some upgrade you need to get, I always assumed... Oh, no, like, it works. I'm just saying that, like, in order to facilitate the gameplay of this, it almost feels like you need, like, additional upgrades. Like, that's what it feels like to me. But yeah, like, if you just mash the button... We're not draining time, right? Yeah, if you just mash the button, you just do this. Right? That's the normal string. But if you see that shine upon sheathing, then you'll hear that sound effect. So, without... Nothing. Oop. The ba-da-dum. And it does like... He has like an after image, and there's the like triple strike on the last one. The problem is... Was it disabled on the first run or something? I don't know. This is where I say skill issue, and it's really funny. But honestly, like, I feel like the timing is, like, moderately precise and, like, not super conducive to playing the game. So, it's good. But you're right, it's not a skill tactic issue, it's a potential issue. I don't know. Like, I can do it. I just feel like whenever I use it against a boss, the boss just, like, spanks me while I'm trying to, like, do things. And I'm like, wow, it'd be super cool if I could, you know, do this consistently while fighting bosses, but I, like, stress out and stuff. Oh, you are an asshole. Stop teleporting behind me, gamer. Sure. Skill lightning. Let's go. 4 buffs. Let's go. I feel like it would also help if I had a better overview of like how to actually optimize these things. Oh, maybe I should have taken that one. The lightning orb thing. What about this one? This one synergizes with... Oh, because this is... No. This synergizes with attack lightning. Wait, we have that. Oh. Okay. More lightning, please. Damn it. This is rest space. Also, because you need to delay it, the DPS increase isn't even that high. The main upside is more stun, which doesn't help with such a strict timer. Yeah. It looks cool, I just wasn't able to get it even once. Yeah, I just don't even think it's very good. I don't know. It's supposedly, like, the main thing, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain potentials you get that are like, oh, that's like the big flashy one that you can get for that character. So, for example, on S, the additional crest one is, like, almost mandatory to have, like, a decent S build. Just take the free stuff? No, we're going to. My problem is that bosses get freeze resistance. So if you... It's really hard to, like, talk and do the thing at the same time. For this character specifically. Bosses get status tolerance over time. So, even if you get the, like, on auto-attack freeze stuff, which is really good, by the way, it just kind of sucks, because you're like, oh, man, it'd be super cool if this, like, actually worked, and they didn't get infinite status tolerance off of me, like, auto-attacking them. You know what I mean? Oh, of course it's great for trash bombs. Like, absolutely. It's just not great for bosses, which is where I find I get problems with Jin. Which is doing... Literally, my only problem with Jin is doing damage to bosses. Like, that is my problem. There we go. I feel like I want to get this one, the ice arrow thing, or if we fight the Watcher guy. I can't tell if there's, like, supposed to be some other reason why this is good, but, like, it just feels kind of weird. Like, I don't know what it combos into. Actually, wait. Oh, I think I just brain blasted everywhere. Sorry. Oh! So I played my Zedru deck. I played the deck. I played it once. It was very funny. Also, my opponent, one of the things that I put in that deck is the, it's nice out of his DP. Oh, true. So we'll see if we can find that. I don't think I've ever found Jin's DP, now that I think about it. But yeah, so I finally played, that deck, or like, I got the bones for it. One of my opponents had a D4 available for Netherese Puzzle Ward. And I was tilted. Because I was like, wait, you're not supposed to have that. You're not... Stop that. You're... I think I should go to sleep. Okay, well, have a good one. If you were taking off. Well, you said you were taking off and that you should take off, so have a good night. Man, I can't believe my opponent had the D4 for my stupid troll card, which is supposed to ask you to roll a D4. I was actually so salty. Ooh. I opened the game up and can't get it at all. What's the trick? I don't know. Generally, when there's a problem, that's the scry 1d4 and then on a high roll draw card. Yes. So, I gave that to one player, and then I gave another player Sphinx's Tutelage, and then I gave another player... Oh, I casted Wedding Ring. Gave another person at the table my copy of Wedding Ring, obviously, but then I donated the first Wedding Ring that I actually played, and then I had an option to cryptic command my Wedding Ring, engage the other person at the table, and then we could all be married. Actually, no, it'd be 3 people would be married, and then and then I wouldn't be married. I would be the only person at the table who would not be married. Actually, you know what? Now I need to figure out a way to cast a Wedding Ring 3 times so that everybody at the table can be married. That'd be awesome. I should really figure that out. Your shiny circle VFX is bigger than mine? Yeah, I don't think there's a trick, or like I don't have a trick. All I know is that I have the timing. I guess if you wanted to practice it, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt, but if I were to practice something that requires, like, timing, you know what I mean? Like, very specific timing. Yeah. No, it's just not possible? Well, so it's a potential, right? The unsheathing thing is a potential. I don't know if that was clear, but I was assuming we were talking about this. The offensive moves you make upon sheathing are upgraded. Like, that is the actual potential you need for the thing to work. Okay, good night, Poi. Yeah, virgin for life, dry till I die. Exactly. Have a good night, Poi. Thank you for dropping by. But yeah, it's this universal enhancement. The offensive moves you make upon sheathing are upgraded. And basically, that's like the core... I only played one round of this. Just to assume Jin had that innately for some reason? No. No. There are a couple of potentials that are like... Which I find it odd that, like, they don't just give them to you. Because they feel like they're core to the gameplay of the character. Like, Jin's sheathing thing. Like, it just feels like Jin is supposed to have that, you know? But he doesn't. And then it's like, okay. I guess. Ah! I'm dying. Yeah, I think I'm like, I don't know. To me, it's an interesting concept that you would like not have access to an entire character controller because, like, for example, like it could be difficult to keep track of all the things you could do on a character. So, like, I think the potential system is interesting. It's just like there are some that are like, bro, what do you mean I can't? Excuse me. What do you mean I can't just like play the game? But I guess, like, that ability is also, like, some people don't have to deal with that. The manual shoot thing. So there are people who just don't pick it. Ugh. No. Oh, don't die. Don't die. Don't die now. Gain SP. We'll take his ulti. We are running out of time, though. I don't really remember if that was because that's on me or not. I don't know if I just, like, was in one of the rooms and then just stayed there for a long time trying to demonstrate or something. But, oh, didn't need to do that. The sand guy. Hello, sand guy. Ooh. Ow. Ow, gamer. Oh! Dong. Oop. No. Oh, I literally died. Shit. Well, I think that clearly indicates why I can't play this character. Because I'm terrible. Jin is... I don't know. Jin's hard, man. This character's difficult. Can't just, like, press the button and then win. It was cool, though. Yeah. Let's try it again. I don't know if I'm gonna need to go on even easier mode or something. Let's try someone else. I feel like I've had successful Hakumen runs in, like, the beta, so I want to try Hakumen again. He doesn't have waifu powers. That's correct. I feel like I get 10 times stronger when I play S because S is my waifu. So I just kind of feel like, sometimes I need that power boost. The waifu power boost. Bonk. Nice. Uses a flying kick. You have more invincibility frames. Uses powered up slashes, attacks enemies forward and behind. Huh. Maybe we'll make the dash better. This Hakumen's dash is not spectacular. I got it, that's an okay timing window. Oh, true. It was the potential. Oh yeah, well, for sure. I just thought that when you asked, and that I was on the potential that gave me the thing, that you were asking about the potential. Like, I thought that part was clear, but evidently it was not clear. Let's do this one. I don't know what I want to get on skill for Hakumen. Bebop. Maybe a blade one is good? I don't know. I feel like I would have the things figured out by now, but I really don't. Oh, that still hit me! Why? Did it have super armor? Stop that. Bonk. Oh, the super armor. Oh. I didn't know grabs were, like, specific, you know? I just assumed that everything was an attack in this game, but, okay, grabs are real things. Because I think there's, like, very few things that actually have grabs. But I guess that's a real thing. Okay, what does this do? This goes with Attack Shadow Spike. He's afflicted with Rend, take more damage when hit by a Shadow Spike, but they lose Rend at the same time. Okay, so if we can get Attack Shadow Spike, then that would make this actually kind of good. How about this one? Sure. Rending Impact. Enemies inflicted with Rend lose their super armor for 5 seconds and take extra 15% damage. Okay. That sounds good. Do I want MP or do I want to reroll? Let's go MP. Because the parry is really good. Shit, it was an exchange. Ah! No! How did I get 3 exchange spaces in a row? God damn it. No. I'm so sad, man. Come at me. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, that was the wrong way. Bonk. 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 Oh, no! I dashed away from that. How dare you? Take my headbutt attack. Bonk. Attacks via super armor. Hold Y, powers up and sends shockwaves to attack enemies in a large frontal area. I don't want to do this one because I want better counterattacks, so we're gonna roll for that. You can perform the you can block the attacks from behind. Okay, I'm pretty sure I want that one. That seems dope. Ooh, it goes all the way around me. I really enjoy playing this character. It's just so... It's so free. I don't know what to say. It's like the counter timing isn't hard. And that's nice. You know what I mean? Like, the game doesn't have to be hard. It can just be fun. And I appreciate that they applied this to this character. Oop. He's definitely really slow, though. The slowness does still kill me a little bit. Sometimes I feel like I want the solution to be like, oh, I can run away or something, and then it's like, nope. Nope, you're screwed. You're screwed. Right, I forgot rest spaces are terrible. Hey, Rue, how's it going? How is your day going? I have transparently said I'm a little bit spacey right now. Just a tiny bit spacey right now. Having some existential crises, I think. But other than that, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. You know what would be really funny? This probably isn't going to happen considering we're already 40 minutes into the stream. But if someone really comes in here and then they... How do I say it? It is February 14th. And for some people, it's upsetting that February 14th exists. For some people, it's just like a little upsetting to them. So I think it'd be really funny if someone came into the stream because they were expecting to be very parasocial, and then they got me. You know, I feel like some people already feel kind of like betrayed because they're like, oh, this wasn't what I was expecting. Which is fair. But I just think that it'd be really funny if someone came in and then they were like very salty about that or something. Lightning upgrade. It's going at least that I can, going good, I guess. That I can finally see again. TLDR, I have a problem with my eyes, and I need a special kind of hard shell contact glasses. Ah, interesting. I don't give a fuck about it, TBH. Yeah, that's fair. I just understand that some people get salty. And I feel like today of all days, someone trying to be parasocial with a VTuber, you know? They might get extra salty at getting meme blasted by me. Yeah, I also, for the record, do not care. In case that wasn't clear. But... I am Flaris on the internet. I think my capabilities of being in a relationship are very low. They're just lower. They're lower than normal. I don't know what this does. So I'm gonna just reroll for the counterattack. Man, what was this? What was this about re-rolling into different things? I feel like I'm just getting the actual same shit every time. What is this? Press X before the end of the blink to blink again up to 3 times. Okay. Okay. I like this. Players is out for blood. What kink shame a guy this stream? Let me fire up my ult? Wait, what do you mean? You never know. Lisa is into sassy guys? Oh my god. I don't know what to say. Have I talked about Lisa on this stream before? I must have. Because I don't know, because you brought her up. But the point is, you know, there was one point in time where I watched more Lisa. I think in general my thing with VTubers is that, like, I find it really hard because I just don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time to play games. Like, I don't have the time to just, like, watch VTubers for hours. It's just, like, not possible. Because I have too much shit to do. But I really like Lisa's vibe. Because she is what I describe as just a generically cute girl. And I don't really know how else to say it. It's just nice. It's like, wow. This, I feel like if you wanted a milquetoast, like, girl who is into, like, music, you would get literally the textbook definition of Lisa. Like, which is great. She's great. I am happy whenever I see clips of her to know that she still exists. And that's awesome. Unfortunately, I don't like actively watch her or anything. Because I don't have time for anybody. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I see that there's a lot in chat. I want to read it. I'm currently dying. So I'm going to stop dying before I read that. Okay. So, not gonna lie. I used to love rolling with it when guys in games flirted with me because they thought I was a girl. Of course, I'd always drop the truth on them before long, and they'd always get mad. There's just something fun about it. Yeah, I think it's different for certain people. You know. I think that's a complicated question for some people. I think it's a little unfortunate. Only in the sense that I believe somewhere in my being, in my soul, I could always choose to make myself more marketable, but I simply do not. Because I don't feel like it. And Flaris is a very important character to me. So I just don't feel like it. And I suffer for the thing that I'm stubborn about. If there ever comes a time where I feel like I need to actually contribute something meaningful to the world, like I start making content that's not just me playing video games, I will probably end up rebranding. But for the time being, I'm just chilling, so it doesn't matter. I don't think. I think this one is probably the best one of these. I am going rather slow, though. Okay, same. I use them as white noise at work. Oh, they're wifeless people? Maidenless people. No maidens? Damn, rip, no maidens. Oh, I did not know that the blinks costed mana. I just assumed that it didn't cost mana, but it super costs mana. That's really unfortunate. But what that means is that I can just press that, and then it... Okay. Okay, I understand. It means that I don't need to get as many counterattacks. And then I can press it up to 3 times. Oh. Ow. Which means my DPS can go big. Can go big DPS. Also, what do you mean, no maidens? I literally have a body pillow of myself. So, I have a maiden. I have bedded a... It's such a weird thing to say. It's like, clearly, I have bedded a maiden, obviously. And then it's like, am I calling myself a maiden? No, I don't think so. I don't know about that one. What are we doing? I did beat the snake. We definitely want this one. Sup, fair maiden. Yeah. The body pillow... Flaris, the character in universe, is a maiden. So therefore I have bedded a maiden. AG versus Doki Season 1 has finally come to an end. It truly says something when a VTuber does a more professional and graceful response than the whole company branch. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole can of worms. I really... It's funny because I don't usually feel like I get too wrapped up in drama, but this is just like the biggest clown fiesta. Like, I can't... I just feel like... it's all a mess, you know what I mean? Like it's just a mess. Well, the thing is, it's like... The interesting thing to me is that I feel like the details aren't actually important, right? Like, basically, my opinion is that, like, no amount of context would justify the actions of, you know, of, like, a corp being that unprofessional, I don't think. That's my opinion. It just seems like so very weird. Attacking a training enemy with rend and less than 35% HP will instantly eliminate them. This also works on elite enemies, but the HP threshold is lower. Cool. Big corps tend to think that they are invincible and nothing can harm them. Sure. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I know what their motivations are. All I can really see is the actions, I guess. So I see those kinds of actions, and to be completely honest with you... Oh, I didn't turn on the bot. Thank you for the head pat, Rance. I didn't turn on the bot, though. I'm sorry. I've really been forgetting about the bot the last, like, number of times. For real, for real. But yeah, I just feel like... Oh, I died again. Wait! Wait! Why didn't that work? It literally hit me. Was it because it was invincible? That's so funny. Fire doesn't launch the bot on purpose, so that will stop bonking him. No, I think it's because I'm having an existential crisis. Ow. What the fuck? Please, counter. I know I died, but like, holy moly. Please actually counter. I didn't have enough mana for that one. That's what I was thinking, like that got hurt. Any color thought that, see what happens. Yeah. I mean, it's basically how I kind of see it. You're playing one of my boys. I am. You know, let me turn on the bot. Man, I'm just like dying. Also, we're going hella slow. I hate how bad I am at this character. Oh my god. It's just like, I don't know what to do on these like more busy screens. Oh, fuck you, bot. Fuck you. I popped up and, you know, came in front of me. So I was unable to perceive the screen. But yeah, these screens are a lot busier, and I don't really know what to do. Character does seem kind of sluggish with basic attacks compared to others. Yeah, that's kind of like their thing. Counter only must be optimal. Maybe. I mean, I also haven't taken any of the, I haven't taken any of the attacking things, like the attacking upgrades. So, like, we can do this one. Because I don't really like the charge gameplay. I'm not huge on it. I just like the countering. It's a heavy... Breaky? Is that a word? Breaky character looks cool, but it's stiffer than me at a company party. Incredible. Wait, I'm confused. Does my... So my skill applies rend. Does that just, like, automatically, like, kill these things? It does. That's so weird. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know that that's how that worked. I just assumed that the rend would apply to all things after the skill. But, it kind of looks... Ow. It kind of looks like the rend applies even on full HP things. Yeah, there! The rend applied. So maybe since the skill is a multi-hit, it just, like, works. It's really interesting. Welcome, Cavalier. How's it going? Looks like a fun game will be even more fun with mouse and keyboard, I guess? What do you mean by that? Mouse and keyboard... Oh. Dude's got the ironclad sword stance? Yes. I wonder what that's called. I can't help but feel like I learned it in Kendo a very long time ago. But and then someone's gonna tell me no, it's just the weep stance. There's nothing else to it, it's just weep stance. It's the motivated stance. I'm motivated. What the frick? You are in combo state. What are you doing? Stop that. What the fuck? Man's is hacking. What the hell was that? They're literally... the zoom in means that they're in weakened stance. What the hell? I feel like the weep stance is not even drawing the sword. Bato... What? What is a Bato Jutsu? Is that like a Kato Jutsu? Yeah, there's a... I believe it is... It's like, unsheathing is like... EI? Is it EI Jutsu? Eido or EI Jutsu. Yeah, that's a real thing. Which, you know, everybody and their mother can correct me on, you know, random Japanese history things that have to do with katanas. So if you like to put... Oh, it's an old term. Oh! Cool. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, so everybody who studies the way of the blade, which is not actually me. I did kendo for a few years. That's it. Exists because drawing the sword was seen as a social faux pas to do unless actively in combat. Those who sheath again in mid-combat. I suppose so. I would assume that all the different things you study in whatever... Like, I assume the technique would involve resheathing. Oh, and I died. Resheathing for the purposes of just making the, you know, making it easier to start over again. Does that make sense? Sure. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about the martial art, but I know this is going to be completely unsurprising to anyone who has any inkling or has any assumptions on me as a person, but I was very good at the form of like kendo strikes, but I was not good at sparring. I was very bad at sparring. But my teacher was always like, your strikes are very, like, not even precise, because that wasn't the descriptor, but, like, I guess accurate? Maybe accurate is, like, a good way of putting it? Because there would be drills, right, where like, people would attack, like, a sword that they're holding or something, I was trying to think of what they were called. But, like, what I actually learned was Kumdo. So it was, like, the Korean... So I had a Korean teacher, basically. So I don't remember what their term for teacher was. Because it's not sensei. But the point is, when we were doing, like, drills and stuff, they would always be like, oh, wow, your form is very good, basically. They would usually compliment my form, which is cool. I enjoyed that. I really liked studying martial arts for that aspect of it. Like it wasn't like so I could kick people's asses or like, wow, I'm gonna beat people up. Whoa, look at how much I can beat people up with my, like, you bullied the wrong guy, I'm gonna pull out my kendo sword on you. You know what I mean? Like, it was never about that for me. I just really enjoyed, like, doing the motions and practicing technique. And I think that showed when I was studying. This is probably good. The only martial arts I was learning was basic karate and Shotokan. Interesting. Yeah, I never did like a striking martial art, I think. Or like in the form of like punches and kicks and stuff. I studied, I mean, like, I technically studied BJJ at one time, like one point in time. But, like, my class was a little bit more mixed. So I think generally when people think of, like, BJJ, it's, like, all grappling. But my classes did a mix of grappling and strikes. So... I'd love to attend a martial arts class at some point. It's been my dream for ages. Yeah, I think they're interesting. I think classes are neat. I've also been considering, like, going back to them before, but my kind of problem is that I don't want to injure myself because I'm, like... I've learned so many other arts, I guess, that I don't want to, like, do a physical one and then injure myself. Which, maybe people will make fun of me, but I've been studying yoga, so... I feel like it's a good in-between of, like, trying to study form and, like, exercise and stuff. So... First lesson of every martial art is don't use it unless you have no other choice. Yeah, that's... I think from a pragmatic perspective, that's accurate. Like, there are definitely martial arts, I think, that are more on, like, the practical side. Right? Like, I think... what was it? The point is, like, there are ones that are about, like, your strike is to kill someone, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about... Right? It's not about studying, like doing a proper jab or whatever. It's like, no, your jab is for, like, breaking their rib cage, you know what I mean? So... So those also exist. But I think just as a method of, like, practicing form, that's what I appreciated about martial arts. Rather than any, like, oh, would a martial arts user beat, like, someone with a gun? It's like, that seems like the least important question to answer. For me, personally. Like, for example, like, kendo is a sport. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a combat style. Right? Unless you call shooting a coin a martial art. Hey man, I mean, like, if you're in... So, now we will get into the pragmatic arguments of... Kicking someone with a Muay Thai kick might break their bones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's probably some amount of value to that, right? Or it's like, haha, but gun, you know what I mean? Like... People still need to study how to defend themselves, right? Like, there are military martial arts, to my best understanding. There's a joke with the axe stuff, by the way. Like, I don't think we need to... Okay, so hear me out. I don't think it is necessary to not acknowledge... Does that make sense? It is not necessary to say that martial arts cannot kill somebody. You know what I mean? To claim that they're not the most... Like, learning them for that reason doesn't make the most sense. Which I guess is what you're saying. Learning a martial art to kill someone is definitely impractical. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I can get on board with that statement. That makes sense. But the point is that, like, I've been kicked by a Muay Thai practitioner, and I literally, like, damaged my leg for, I think, like, 2 weeks. Like, it's not good. You know what I mean? Muay Thai scares the shit out of me, bro. They're crazy. Are you kidding me? Ow. These fucking guys are actually so frustrating in Act 1. The freaking shield guys. All I want to do is sparks all over people. Their stupid shield. Okay. It's good to know some basics at least, because it does help you being careful and help you stay healthy. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. It's like, I think martial arts in the modern day is more about, like, you know, it's about studying an art, I think. Or at least that's how I always thought it. It's like, I'm not studying... I guess that's kind of interesting, because I think a lot of people nowadays, for example, I don't know how many people would say it, but it's like, well, I want to become like an animator so that I can animate for like a certain company and then like make money, you know? Like, people have very pragmatic reasons for like learning skills, I guess. Yeah, it's studying an art or a sport, exactly. I think that's like the most pragmatic reason. But I guess what I was thinking in my head was like, you don't need to study martial arts for, like, I guess it's like, you don't have to study martial arts for a pragmatic reason. How? Hard to read these messages without dying. I don't practice archery because I plan on using it. Yeah. I also wanted to do archery at one point in time. But I think Lyria, Mom, and Dad weren't super huge on weapon usage. Swan. I wanted to take Kung Fu ever since I was a kid, mostly though because I love some of the weapons I get access to. Oh, like which ones? Is it the Guandao? Is that like a real... It's not is that real? Is that like what is that? I have no idea what that is what I want to say. More is just something fun to feel happy about and stay in shape. Yeah. I think those are very pragmatic reasons. Need to return to self-learning archery. Also, I want to once try hunting with a bow in other countries where it's legal if you have a hunting license. Certainly. Oh, that was a spiked wall. Very cool. Wait, I think that had the thing that I wanted. Shit. Oh well. It is okay. Nice. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I, discovered yoga, I guess. Because it feels like a nice in-between. Of, like, I don't need to have a striking context that is, like, super high contact or anything. But there's still, like, a lot of importance to form. Sorry, did I ever get to know what a guandao is? What is that? Ooh. Oh. The Chinese polearm weapon, kind of like a glaive. Oh, cool! That's really cool. I also like glaives. Or polearms in general. Those are cool. I guess, like... maybe unsurprising to the I have a flag as a weapon. You know, not that that's particularly effective or pragmatically useful as a weapon or anything, but just... It follows the polearm kind of thing. What it's basically doing. Oop. Tactic. Conflagration. Sure. Shit. That's the flag as like one of those walking stick swords? No. Flag as a polearm weapon checks out. Well, you know what's really funny that this reminds me of is that the parents were watching like a high fantasy movie or something, and like not like a high fantasy movie. What is the term for this? It's like Chinese sword fantasy. There's a specific name for it, but I think they were watching one of those, and they were commenting on how the weapons were absurdly sized. Is it wuxia? Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't know. It's just funny, because it's like, wow, the weapons are so weird, like, they're so big. Isn't that... You would never be able to use that in person. It's like... Yeah. Way to state the obvious. Like... They can't zoom and enhance in crime dramas. Like, you know what I mean? I just... I don't know. I feel like asking dumb nitpicking questions about stuff like that is just, like, annoying. Oh, black market. Damage. Gimme damage. Yeah, the reason why I thought of it was the guy was on horseback and had like a really big polearm, I think. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Huh? Like, wait until I tell them about the size of the ass on my VTuber. They don't even know. Wait until they find out. Oop. I want the, like, jump cancel thing. Instantly dash, not that one. Nope. I don't know what that means. Or what this actually does. Oh, I can't reroll anymore. Damn it. Okay. Speaking of weapons, Meteor Hammer was quite an interesting one. What is Meteor Hammer? Do tell me. There's a whole genre that does it. Like, I get being an expert and wanting to see your craft be done justice, but a lot of those nitpicks end with the creator and fabs think it's cool. Yeah. I think there's something to be said about, you know, I guess I can't actually criticize that hard. But I feel like, okay, so hear me out. There's something like, there's the entire concept of verisimilitude, right? Where you're like, you want it to be real enough so that you can, like, believe that it happens, right? So something, for example, for me is that, like, sometimes I listen to dialogue of movie characters or, like, oh my fucking god. Sometimes I listen to the dialogue of movie characters and I just go, like, are you a real person? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? So I think there's a certain desire for things to be, you know, for things to, like, make sense in the brain. I think that's fair. Like, I don't know if we generally make art that's, like, completely off the deep end. There's something about, like, wanting it to be just close enough so that you can relate to it, I guess. Oh, I can't just do that. So fair. When you see a really big pole arm, you kind of just go like, oh, well, that's weird. And then, you know, leads to the criticism of that thing. I just feel like I'm trying more to be, to just enjoy myself, I guess? I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be looking for reasons to hate the thing. I really need to know which of the upgrades lets me attack multiple times in the air? Because I'm pretty sure there is one, and I don't know which one it is. Because it makes sparks pop off. Okay. I guess there's also something to be said about, like, it's interesting to hear people talk about when, like, a craft is kind of, like, represented well, I suppose. Because, like, I'm also trying to think about, well, I play piano, right? So sometimes when I see shots that are, like, of the person, like, clearly not actually playing the piano, like, it's kind of weird. Like, it just looks kind of weird. So I can get that disconnect, I suppose. It's basically 2 heavy ball pings on a chain. Best would be if you saw a picture of a immediate hammer. Okay. Well, I could definitely look one up, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Because I feel weird today. I feel weird, chat. I just feel like a weirdo. What? What just happened? What? I just got sent to the frickin' stratosphere. What was that? The most deadly weapon, though, is a sling. I feel like I'm inclined to believe you. But what makes a sling so powerful? Funny rock throwing thing. I feel like the more you're into the craft, the harder it is to separate since you often know the more finer details. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things, right, where I'm trying to question that ideology, if you know what I mean. Like, because there was something that was said to me when I was, you know, first drafted into tactician school, which is that it's like, you know, you aren't a soldier anymore, you're a tactician. Which means that you cannot enjoy... Like, you are one thing or the other thing. And I feel like the mere concept of saying that I am a thing is just kind of like... You know, why do I have to be anything? Right? So I guess the claim is something like, you can't enjoy games. Where I feel like I strongly disagree. Or maybe not even strongly disagree, but it's weird because, like, I don't feel like knowing a lot about a thing needs to exclude you from just enjoying something at a simple level. I suppose there's the curse of knowledge, which is the thing that I was describing, where it's like, well, you know, you just kind of see it and then it looks kind of weird to you, right? But maybe it's the concept of, like, you know... It's like if we were watching a movie about, like, someone's... Like, I guess you could say the point of the movie is, like it's just about... like a pianist's life story, you know what I mean? And it's got a deep, moving narrative about the things that this pianist went through, and then, like, the piano scene just looks off. And then you go, like, well, actually, you don't play the piano that way. Actually. And it's like, okay, well, like, I feel like you're just looking for reasons to be mad. You know what I mean? Always enjoy games if you want to enjoy them. I think my professor was trying to conclude that because I have a very in-depth understanding of game design, that it would be impossible for me to enjoy games the same way. I think I am literally living proof that that is not true. I don't need to comment on every single game design thing I see in a video game all the time in order, you know what I mean? It just feels like, well, why? Right? I know what you're saying, but seeing swords cutting armor does anger me in movies. Yeah, this is fair. I know for some people, seeing lens flare makes them upset. Like, seeing lens flare in anything, it just makes them mad, because it's like, lens flare isn't something you can see as a human! Ah! Like, okay. I suppose so. This is right. And I suppose, you know, any feeling can be valid, but... I guess it's more that, like, it feels like you're doing it to yourself. The curse of knowledge is like when you know the secret to a magician's trick and the trick loses the magic because you know every step. Yeah, which I guess I would say, like, is there something to appreciate that is not the trick itself? I think in some cases it's true or something that, like, it becomes hard to appreciate something once you know, right? So, for example, puzzles is... If the primary enjoyment of the puzzle is literally the puzzle itself, then it would be very difficult to enjoy a puzzle knowing the answer. Oh shit, I died because I didn't heal. Well, I feel like I want to run that one back, because I'm not sure if, like... The thing that I'm not sure about is I don't know which one the upgrade to... The one that lets you attack multiple times in the air. Don't know what potential does that. I'm gonna scroll through the things a little bit to find out. Also, sorry, Rants. I read this and didn't read it out loud, but it's good to know that your day off is doing good. Doing well. Where's my brain? But yeah, so, like, I feel like a magic trick, for example, as a magician, like, you can afford to be interested in it due to, like, the execution, for example. Like, I think that's a lot of why... maybe it's not. I was gonna say, like, that one show, Penn and Teller Fool Us, or whatever. Like, I feel like those guys enjoy magic tricks at that level, you know what I mean? Or... But yeah, that would also kind of say that, like, well, there is part of it that is unenjoyable or that dies. So maybe that concept is just separate from what I'm talking about in general. Like, Curse of Knowledge isn't actually applicable to what I'm saying. I feel like it overlaps. Where it's like, yeah, once you see it, you can't, like, unsee it. I feel like any... That's super funny. I was gonna say, I feel like any self-respecting game designer just, like, would never play a gacha game. You know what I mean? Because you would just see all of the UX tricks that they're doing to make you, like, buy things. And then be upset about it all the time. But that's not how I feel, right? It does take a creative mind to create new elaborate tricks, though, I'll admit. That can be appreciated, that people have such interest to go that far in the first place. The dedication is commendable. Yeah, for sure. Well, it's like... Because there's certain principles. I feel like the interesting thing about magic is that there's, like, certain principles of, like, deception. Right. Like, you literally... Like, if you're looking to the left, then you can't see someone doing something on the right, for example, right? Like, you just simply would not see the trick happen. So, like, stuff like that is cool. But definitely think it's possible to still enjoy things and not be super critical. However, your perception has changed a little, and you might find that things a little silly. Yeah. I guess I can get on board with your perception has changed a little. And also that you might find things a little silly. Like, your knee-jerk reaction based on the knowledge that you have would make something, like, look silly or feel silly. I guess the thing that makes me go, like, that brings the judgment out of me is the, like, feeling like you need to say something. You know what I mean? And I guess it's also, like, the tone in which it is presented. So we're going to talk about tone without suggesting that tone policing is a real thing. that people should do. But I think there is something fair to acknowledge about, like, well, actually, as opposed to, like, oh, like, that's really interesting that they did it this way. I want to share this thing that's really cool about the thing that I'm an expert in, so this thing. But it's not, like, you know, it's not much more complicated than that. Gotta go, guys, time to eat. Nice hanging with y'all, and thank you for the stream. Alright, see you later, Fazzoodle. Thanks for dropping by. I wonder if I want to go too. I don't know. I just feel weird today and kind of want to, like, go. You know what I mean? So it's like, I could do another run. I feel like this stream's been, like, exceptionally short. But also, like, I don't know. I feel weird. I don't know why I feel weird today. You know what's really interesting? This is reminding me of, like, there was a Gura clip, I think, a long time ago, where she was saying something similar. She said she felt weird, and then wanted to go. Maybe I understand that a little bit. Or don't. I have no idea. My point is I feel weird, and I feel like I want to go. So, I think I'm just going to cut stream short today. Yeah. I just feel weird. So yeah, I suppose if you're still here, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Sorry I couldn't go much longer. I don't know why. I just, like, don't feel like... Don't feel like gaming. Don't feel like being live right now. Extra short, just like your height. Rav! One of these days you're going to be banned, Rav. I'm going to ban you. You're going to be banned. You'll never be able to show your face again, Rav. How was that for cutting someone short? I'll cut your lifespan short by banning you, you absolute buffoon. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you all coming out, talking to me and chatting and stuff. So, it was fun, but I'm going to go. So, see you all later. Bye-bye. Goodbye.